Law enforcement chaos erupted this week when a man allegedly rammed his car into federal vehicles in a violent confrontation with officers from multiple agencies. The suspect, who had been targeted by immigration officials, was trapped after agents blocked him in. According to federal authorities, when officers approached, the man accelerated, smashing into their vehicles in an attempt to escape. An agent, fearing for his life, opened fire, striking the suspect. A stray ricochet also injured a U.S. Marshal, though neither man was seriously hurt. Federal prosecutors have since confirmed one critical detail. The suspect is a known activist who regularly follows and films ICE operations across Los Angeles. Legal experts say this case could set an important precedent. Under 18 U.S. Code Section 111, assaulting or resisting a federal officer carries up to 20 years in prison, especially when a vehicle is used as a deadly weapon. Attorney Josh Ritter argues that current penalties may not be enough. He believes prosecutors should consider attempted murder charges, since the suspect's actions could easily have killed law enforcement officers or bystanders. But this story isn't just about one violent confrontation. It's about how social media activism is crossing over into real-world aggression. In a separate incident, a Los Angeles schoolteacher, publicly celebrated as a human rights educator, was filmed encouraging armed resistance against law enforcement, saying, "They're not the only ones with guns. People have every right to defend themselves." That clip sparked outrage, with critics accusing the teacher of effectively calling for violence against police officers. Legal analysts point out that while free speech is widely protected, it's not unlimited. The Supreme Court has repeatedly ruled that the First Amendment does not cover speech that incites or encourages violence. As Ritter explained, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, and you can't encourage attacks. On law enforcement, statements that push others to arm themselves against police can cross the line from opinion to criminal incitement. And that's the growing fear. When anti-police rhetoric on social platforms moves offline, the risk to officers rises dramatically. Meanwhile, another case is fueling wider debate about America's justice system. In Florida, a man accused of attempted rape and murder was released on just $9,500 bond, despite having 4 prior violent felony charges. His bond was later revoked after he posted a threatening video targeting witnesses, which the judge said was intended to intimidate victims. Critics are calling this yet another example of broken bail policies that allow repeat offenders back on the streets. Even in states known for being tough on crime, such as Florida, legal gaps still let dangerous suspects slip through. Federal assault cases like the one involving ICE agents are prosecuted under strict federal laws that treat violence against officers with severe consequences. Under U.S. law, even minor assaults can be punished by up to 8 years in prison, and aggravated assaults involving weapons or vehicles can carry up to 20 years. For prosecutors, analysts say this is a moment to draw a clear line, one that distinguishes protest from violence and activism from crime. Ultimately, these cases highlight the growing tension between law enforcement and activist groups. Tension that now plays out not only on the streets, but across every social media screen in America. And as long as political rhetoric keeps stoking aggression, experts warn that violent confrontations involving federal officers may only become more frequent and more deadly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.